Hey YouTubers, welcome back. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I'm not even freaking playing with you right now. Everybody who watches this channel knows that none of my clocks are right in the house, except for the ones by satellite. And I just looked over at the oven, because I'm like in my kitchen area, because I like the open space and whatever, but it says 1, 2, 3, 4. Seriously, it does. It says 1, 2, 3, 4 on it. And it's 5:22. Unbelievable, but believable, right? Totally off the subject of what this video is going to be titled, but like, who knows that song Despacito by, what is it? Louis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee. I'm going to share this with you. I think I have a crush on Daddy Yankee. Yeah, I do. I have a crush on someone who refers to themselves as Daddy Yankee. I don't really care. Call yourself whatever. For some reason, in that music video, I'm just like, I have a crush on you. So, anybody who knows Daddy Yankee, tell him I said hi. So silly. But seriously, I do. I'm just telling you. I have to tell someone. Might as well just tell you. Because I was just watching the music video and I was just like, really? Okay, Daddy Yankee, go ahead. So, I'm doing a soulmate twin flame spiritual relationship reading. Okay, so this is for the people who have met the lover of their soul, who believe that they're in a twin flame relationship or going through a spiritual awakening. And if you, in fact, are going through a spiritual awakening, there is a 98% chance here that you've met your twin flame and they ignited that in you. And there are circumstances and situations that happen after twin flames meet, and that is due to the fact that there needed to be that mirrored effect so that the karmic energies could be completed, okay? And that's what totally gets misconstrued in these types of relationships, where people get stuck in these terrible karmic relationships for 4 years thinking that it's their twin, and they're not even going through a spiritual awakening process or anything of the nature. So that's where that line is. But people have met the lover of their soul, their direct counterpart, their life partner, the person that showed them everything that they ever desired, yet you're in separation or you disconnected for whatever reason, whatever circumstance and situation. It's different, but the reason why so many people can resonate to energy readings is because it's energies. We're all energy. The situation and the circumstance, regardless if you're married or in a karmic relationship or you have kids, you don't have kids, all of those things, you know, can be comparable. It's just the way that it unfolded or who's involved, what other energies, elements can be involved in the relationship, outside of it, circumstances, whatever. Okay? So this is going to be like a collective. This is for anyone and everyone who believes that they met the lover of their soul, slash could be twin flame if you're going through the spiritual awakening process. This is going to be specifically the energies are directly towards that, okay? Those are the energies that I meditated on before I started this video, okay? And the oven indicated you're on, you're good, we're on the right path, okay? Also indicating that, yes, you do have a crush on Daddy Yankee. I'm just like, I know who Daddy Yankee is, okay? Like, I've known. But, like, for some reason in that music video, he just, like, caught my attention. I was like, what? Okay, sure. Whatever. So, let's do this reading. So, I'm going to start with the Romance Angel cards, okay? Whatever comes out, once I feel inclined to stop, that is the overall messages in the reading from the Romance Angels. I am then going to do the cartomancy in the way that I am intuitively led to do it after the Romance Angel cards come out. This is not premeditated. All I know is that I was meditating and this is what I was led to do, so now I'm going to do it. Okay? Here we go. Bottom of the deck, spiritual journey. You guys trust me yet? Like, seriously, do you trust me? I don't make up nothing, okay? I don't have time. This is just the way. This is the reading I'm doing, and that's at the bottom of the deck. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Stay tuned. Stick around. You're going to be, delighted. Now, if you haven't already started scrolling through, you can scroll through this because I'm intuitively going to be doing the cartomancy now in regards to the path. So, that's her noise, but I'm like by myself, so am I really by myself? Not really, ever. I have so many videos with orbs in them. Crazy, like crazy stupid stuff. If I can figure out how to upload them on here to show you, I will, because they're like bananas. Okay, I'm being intuitively led to do a past, present, future. Past, present, future meaning past residual energies that led and or, in a sense, were triggered, okay, by this lover of your soul, by your twin, okay? You know your relationship. Take with you what you understand, okay? The past will be the energies that were triggered. And I will explain, what is coming through intuitively as I'm reading in this present moment, if those energies are still affecting the present or if they have been released. Future meaning immediate future, not 10 years from now. Meaning we're under these energies right now on June 6th. These are energies now in the present moment, moment to moment to moment to moment, that are creating the immediate future. Again, we're just existing, okay? We don't sit and stare at a clock or calendar. No. We're just going to be watching the time pass. It's the moments right now that are creating the moments ahead. So we need to figure out, there's residual energies from the past that are still affecting the present. We got to get rid of them in order to move forward, correct? And everybody's circumstance and situation is going to be different. So if it's resonating with you on any level, take that bit of it and take, what you understand. Don't make it all, because it's a collective. There, like, so many people could watch this video, and the whole entire thing isn't going to resonate with you, and that's okay. But, like, there's certain parts of it that will. That's what you need to understand. Like, if it's triggering you for real, like, you are like, that sounds like me, that sounds like my situation, it is your situation. But then pay attention to what part of that you're resonating with that needs cleared or understood on a deeper level, so then moving forward, you'll better be able to understand yourself. Because the only person that you really need to worry about in this situation as it's unfolding is yourself. Your partner, your twin flame, your soulmate, the lover of your soul cannot be a focal point. Okay? And it's hard to understand that, but when you're on a spiritual path, it's you in relation to you, and then that is like your direct counterpart, so it's like a mirrored image. If you're still mirroring past residual energies of unrequited love or anything from childhood, anything of that nature, it will affect your present moment with that person because you are going to be a reflective of that. And if that person is not carrying those energies any longer, that person can seem cold, distant, non-compassionate, understanding towards you. And it's actually the complete opposite. They actually are very compassionate, but they've already cleared those energies. So because like these types of relationships can't be emotional crutches, as what I call it, because you cannot be dependent on the other person to show you your worthiness. You also can't be dependent on that other person to figure it out for you. The wisdom comes from the lessons, right? So that's what my purpose is to help people understand themselves on a deeper level. Like, understand what the problems are internally, not on a surface level. I don't give a shit about your hair. I don't care what color lipstick you wear. I don't care what clothes you wear. That's not what affects your relationship. I'm sorry, it doesn't. And people use those things as excuses. Yes, they do. They use it as an excuse. Well, I don't like her style. Or, shut up. Okay? Please. That didn't stop you from talking to the person, now did it? Now you're just looking for ways to get out of it because you don't want to face yourself. I know all about it. I know everything. I'm not even telling you that. I'm not saying that to be like pompous. I wish I didn't. It drive you freaking half crazy, you know? Because you know better, but yet, you know, human, you're human. I'm human too, okay? But it's the perceptions. And once you start thinking like that, you go, okay, no, stop. Okay, now you're just making excuses for yourself not to like that person when you know for a fact that you do, you know, or you love that person. Do you love yourself? Then stop judging. Stop judging other people because that's a direct reflection of you and how you feel about yourself. So when it's like, as above, so below. Don't put out what you don't want to get back. Don't treat others the way that you don't. Like, if you treat someone like crap, then don't feel that you're above being treated by crap by either that person or someone else. And then don't sit there and wonder why they're treating you like crap. Well, can you think back in the recent, maybe you have, you know? I watch instant karma all the time. Instant. I could do a whole video on instant karma situations that I've witnessed. And I was like this, good. Because they were just being rude to other people. And what manifested right in front of their face was nobody else mattered in the room but you. You were blindly unaware of the fact of how rude you were being, not only to the people working, but to the other people who were patiently waiting in a line. Cause a scene in order to get to the front of the line, and then what happens? Oh, those 10 people that you just could care less about because it was all about you, checked out, and you're still standing there. Instant karma. So, let's do this. That's our past. that's our present. And this is the near future, what's building it towards there, what's lying there. Okay, that's it. Okay, so let's go into Romance Angel cards in the direct order that they came out. Then I'm going to go into the past, explain how that is relating to these cards. Then I'm going to go into the present moment, and that is what is building up into this near future moment here, okay? Okay, so the first two Romance Angel cards we have, pay attention to the red flags and release your ex. It's time to clear your energy. So, what this is indicating here, signs, universal signs, angel signs, numbers, any sort of signs that resonate with you. You've been seeing them. They're asking you to pay attention. Because what I'm intuitively picking up is that people have been asking, like, angels, guides, like, help me, I don't know what to do, like, blah, 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 blah. Is this person really my soulmate? Is this person coming back? What do I need to do? And you've been seeing signs, and they're confirming with you. Yes, everything you desire is on its way. Yet you still keep asking, and it still hasn't manifested yet, and you're wondering why. It's because you need to clear your energies, karmic energies. The lover of your soul, your twin flame, triggered all of these energies from past partners, yet it wasn't a past partner relationship. It didn't unfold like a karmic relationship. It still has not yet even truly manifested completely, right? You guys were never in a real, true relationship. It was kind of like passion, hanging out, having fun, finding out like you guys are like everything in common, and then it just fell off. And then you went back to karmic partners, thinking that maybe you could take those energies with you from that experience and share it with somebody you were comfortable with. No, it doesn't work that way. The reason you came apart is in order for you to do this, okay? And the signs, this card says the signs are cautioning you because you're not focusing on releasing and clearing your energies. You're focusing on when this person's going to resurface. The person cannot resurface to make you feel better. You have to clear your energies. And the signs are indicating it's brewing behind the scenes. Like the energies, like these are things like I can't see for myself because it's the lessons I have to learn. Blah blah. They know I'm over it, okay? And they're about sick of my ass too, okay? I'll tell you what happened to me this morning. It was freaking brilliant, okay? Best thing ever. Just woke up in the morning, went for my walk. But they were just like, we're showing you everything. Everything's fine, but your crazy ass won't leave us alone, and you keep whining and whining and whining. Because I feel like if I whine enough, like, I'll just get what I want. Like, such a bratty child, okay? Like, your old ass needs to quit it. You know what I mean? But, like, that's how I am. Whatever. But, like, that's what they're indicating right now. Like, they're saying, yes, okay? You can't stop thinking about this person can't stop thinking about you. You're energetically connected. You guys weren't in a karmic relationship. This isn't like somebody who cheated on you 1,500 times or, like, called you a bunch of names and you've been going like this in a circle for, like, years. Okay, this is somebody that you were, like, with for, like, a short amount of time and you kind of fell off. The person could be with someone, or I pick up intuitively that all those, like, karmic relationships are, like they fizzled out because they're nothing like the person like that, the lover of your soul, like they're nothing like that person. And you can't stop thinking about that person because you haven't experienced anything like that before, because you weren't meant to. And you go back to these like residual, or not residual, but you go back to these like old karmic partners, or you try to like hook up with people that you know for a fact are like no good for you. You just like want some attention, and that's okay. But it's like you're not feeling it. You're like, nothing compares to this person. And you're right, nothing does, because they were a direct reflection of you. So now it's time to like clear all these karmic energies and get back into a relationship with yourself. This person showed you everything you wanted because they are everything you wanted, and you showed them everything that they wanted. Understand, it wasn't just one-sided. It's not one-sided, okay? So stop trying to convince yourself that you're not going to be victorious over this, and stop trying to convince yourself that, like, this person is, like, totally, like, you're bananas, you're crazy, like, this person doesn't love me, like, I'm not, of course they love you. They love, they're, this is what I always say to people, like, you don't give love to earn it. You don't do things to earn love. Of course this person loves you. You were a direct reflection of them. Do you understand now? Do you understand what I mean by that? If someone is a direct reflection of you, go love yourself. They showed you everything that you need to go love about yourself. They showed you everything. Imagine this. Split yourself in two. You know, whatever, I don't care what your sexual preference is. Split yourself in two girls, split yourself, make yourself two guys, girl, guy, whatever. And imagine yourself in love with like each other. You. But imagine slicing yourself in half, and half of you is like, you know, good, and the other half is like, okay, but those residual energies are in there. And it would be completely impossible to separate bad and good like that, okay? It would. We got on both sides. And that one side of you has those like negative energies on the surface, and you trigger the other half of you. And now you're using each other in order to come back together to feel good. You can't it doesn't work that way, because the negative emotions are exactly what's holding it apart, because you don't want to believe that you are deserving of the love that you need to give yourself first. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. We've been programmed to believe otherwise, and I'm here to take care of that. Okay? So, you have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection to who? Your soulmate. But what needs to happen? You need to free yourself and take back control of you in relation to you, so that when your soulmate returns, can you see that? Sorry for the reflection, but I also have a problem with holding the cards. See? Your soulmate and you share a connection energetically. You can't see it. You're not meant to see it, but you feel it. And when you're feeling like crap, you best believe that so are they in relation to you. Your fears trigger their fears. I don't give a shit where you're located. You came into connection with this person, which I know a lot of you have, and you're worried and having anxiety that this person doesn't love me and they use me and they're just this terrible person, blah, blah, blah. They never really showed you signs of being like that. It was circumstances and situations and bad choices. Yet, they never really treated you like you were worthless. Perception. You got to clean up those energies. Take back control of your life. Get yourself whole again without that negative unworthiness. I'm not good enough. I'm not good looking enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not wealthy enough. All that egotistical based nonsense needs to be removed. It has to. It has to. It has to go. Okay? It serves you no purpose, health wise, mentally, physically. You're here to enjoy your life, right? So once we remove all these residual energies and stop listening to the monster in our head and that little voice that walks, but trust me, it was freaking trolls all day the other day. Trolls everywhere. Trolls. That's what I call them, trolls. Little trolls. Caused me to have half a freaking stomach ulcer. I'm serious. I was not feeling good. I was not happy. And I was feeling sick and worried and anxiety, like anxious, all that. And finally, I was just like, enough. I'm over it. I know better. But if somebody else's energies that you're directly connected to are having those feelings, you cannot adopt them. And if they're still inside of you, they will get stirred. And they were still inside of me. They were. A little bit. Enough where it was like, you're super annoying. So, like, this is, my angels talking to me. They're like, you're annoying. You're annoying your own self. You're making your own self feel like this because we need to trust you that you're not going to be talking from your ego when reconciliation happens. Freeing yourself brings reconciliation, right? Because now we're not using that person as a focal point. We're not using that person as our person who needs to make us feel love because we are just radiating it. That's all they can reflect back to us. Because this connection that you feel with this person is energy. It's a soul level, okay? This isn't surface level eye contact, surface, good looking, whatever. This is like seeing through you. Seeing through you. Seeing through you to your deepest demons inside of you, to the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. All wrapped together. But that's the way that it went down because it had to. And when that person looked in your eyes and you looked in theirs, you saw their demons and they saw yours. And that's exactly why you disconnected. Fear. But the connection is never disconnected. It hasn't. It hasn't. It's just like, trust me, it hasn't. And now, through taking back control of your life, clearing all those negative karmic energies from past partners, from childhood, all of it, and really, truly just like saying, I love you. Like, you're the best ever. Damn straight. Eating 7 candy bars a day and all. Still, I didn't really, but I ate one and some cookies. It's my birthday. I can do whatever I want, remember. But that's like a daily thing anyway. I don't really care. Like it or leave it. You know what I mean? I'm not shoving them in your face, and I'm enjoying my life. And if I want to sit and eat a candy bar every single day, I will. Mm-hmm. Those are things that don't freaking matter. I'm talking about soul level, perception, judging. But when you're judging your partner, or you're fearful that your partner is going to leave you, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Why are you afraid they're going to leave you? Because something up here tells you that they're going to leave you because there's something wrong with you in one way, shape, or another. And it's not about eating freaking candy bars. It's that unworthiness feeling that you aren't worthy to retain love. Bullshit. Bullshit. You retain it with yourself, you're fine. You're fine. And that other person needs to do the same exact thing. They need to clear their energies also and trust and believe they are being pulled to do the same thing that you're doing, which is why when you fall to those lower bouts of depression or fall into those lower energies where your mind starts wandering, telling you that it's not real, that this person doesn't love you, they're out doing this, that, and this. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care if they're out drinking their face off. They're not happy. They're not happy. But they can't forget you. They might be able to forget you for a few hours because they can't even remember who the hell they are. But when they come back into consciousness, trust and believe you're the first person that pops in their head because you're the person that triggered everything inside of them that made them want to be a better person. And now they're fearful of the unfolding and they're fearful of whether or not this is real because you're both reflecting that to each other. So you're trying to forget about each other by falling to lower level vibrations where one person who's more awakened than the other can adopt sickness from worrying, trolls. It's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, this is so easy to heal. It is. Hell no, it's not. It is not. It's not an easy process. It's not. Think about how many years you've been living like this. Think about it this way. How easy does it perceive to gain 50 pounds? Feels like overnight, actually, right? When you're not paying attention, you're falling to lower levels of depression, just eating. I know all about it. And then all of a sudden you're like, what the freak happened? And then you gain the ambition because you don't feel good. You don't feel good. You don't feel good gaining 50 pounds in 4 days. No, you don't. But now you're like, I got to get rid of this weight. But it feels so much harder to get rid of it. It's the same thing with these lower level feelings. When you're in it, you're stuck in it, and you're adopting that mind, that state of mind, that belief, that thought. It's really easy to get stuck in there. And then when you're trying to get out, and you're it's like you're trying to force yourself to be happy, yet you don't feel that happy because your perception is that other person isn't there anymore to make you feel happy. That's not it. That's not it. It's you in relation to you. How do you feel about you? How do you feel about yourself? When you look in the mirror, do you say, I really do accept myself wholeheartedly, everything about me? Or, do you look in the mirror and go, I'm good? But you know you're not. But you know you're not. Because you're still worried whether or not you're suffering from psychosis in relation to this other person. They feel the same way. Does that make you feel better? I know for a fact they do. But it's not about them. It's about you. So once you can start to focus, alignment, that's when this reconciliation comes in. Because you're now back in control of you in relation to you, and the reconciliation with the person you're energetically connected with, the lover of your soul, your twin, whomever, have learned that unrequited love is lack of love of self. That's all. And this is what needs to be learned by understanding. Can you see that? Can you? How about now? Seriously, what is wrong with my arm? I'm trying not to get the look. Full on glare, just trying to show you. It's safe for you to love. Unrequited love is lack of love of self. It's safe to love you. It's safe to love yourself. It really super is. 100% guaranteed to work out for you. That's the best. 100% guarantee that relationship with yourself is going to work out once you accept it. You're going to commit to yourself now? Are you full on committed to you, in relation to you and how you feel? Yeah, that relationship's forever. Think of it this way. You're like in a karmic, nasty cycle relationship with yourself. You're fighting up against you. When you're chasing another person for validation, you're fighting up against yourself. You're chasing your own tail. Like a dog that chases its tail, that's you. But you're using that other person, that other shell, that other energy to connect with in order to make you feel good about yourself. When all you need to do is just relax and be like, I'm What am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Trust me, I know all about it. You want to talk about that shit crazy? I'm not even going to go into it, okay? I'm not even embarrassed to tell half the stories. All the stories, actually, all of them. Oh, out of my freaking mind. My God. I look back now and I just laugh at myself. I'm like, you are funny. Yeah. We're all crazy. It's not a competition. We're all crazy, okay? What level of crazy? That's all perception also. But it's feelings that make you crazy. The feelings make you crazy. But when you are blaming another person for your feelings and how you feel, and they're not reciprocating, like you're like, I love you. And they're like, I don't love you. And you're like, what? It has nothing to do with your worthiness. You think you love this person by the way that you think they make you feel because they're paying attention to you, but you're blindly unaware of the fact that you've not been paying attention to yourself. You've been using the other person as a focal point to feel good, and now that person is no longer around, and you feel like you're nothing because this person's not paying attention to you. So you met the lover of your soul, and what's at the bottom of the deck? The spiritual journey. You are on this spiritual journey together. During this time of separation, can you see that? I know that you cannot. Okay. Spiritual journey. Underneath spiritual journey, separation. Separation from who? Your true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Extend your lighthearted energies. The passion you felt, this true love that you're in separation with, is because you're on a spiritual journey. An awakening to yourself in relation to yourself. You need to be in a relationship with yourself. It's so hard sometimes because I understand grasping the concept. Trust me, I do. Okay. And it just said 111 on the oven. Um, right after my dad passed away from stomach cancer in 2006, and he had not, like, drank or, like, he used to chew skull. Like, he didn't chew for, like, 20 years. He didn't drink alcohol. Like, he was, like, a bodybuilder. He, like, was healthy, exercised every single day, and lo and behold, he had stomach cancer. And 6 months later, he passed away. Like, he got a 6-month, like, expiration date. And I was in his bedroom, like, strolling around the bedroom, and there was this book on his shelf, on his bookshelf. And it said, The Secret. Now, I had never heard of this book before. And I picked it up, and I read the back cover, and I was like, this sounds really interesting. I'm taking it. So I took it. I must have read that book 100 times. I even bought the freaking DVD. I must have watched The Secret. I mean, I would just play it in the background. And I was always a good manifester. But then there were certain things that I couldn't manifest, and I could not figure out why. Or there were things I would manifest, but then they would fall away from me, like I would lose it or whatever. And it was, I've always struggled with relationships. There's things in The Secret, there's holes. And even though they mention it, they don't explain it on a deeper level. So that's why people are like, this doesn't work, like, blah, blah, The Secret's BS. And I'm like, the law of attraction is just as much real as the law of gravity all day, okay? And that's what I teach. I teach the law of attraction. This piece of hair is driving me bananas. That's why I keep doing this. But it's like, the law of attraction is real. Point blank, period. But, Listen up. You cannot control another person. You can't control another person. And the law of attraction, in manifesting a specific person by name, birth date, physical feature, like you have this person that you are trying to attract. That's not what that is. It's energy. The law of attraction. You put out you want a person who is, like chivalrous. And I want somebody who has the same type of desires as me. I want somebody who believes in the same things as me. I want somebody who, is also an intuitive or a tarot reader. And then you can get specific with it. Sure, I want them to have brown hair and blue eyes and a little bit taller than me or taller than me. Or, sometimes that stuff doesn't matter to people. So they're just like, whatever. I mean, draw a freaking picture if you want to. But when you're focusing your energy on a specific person who is in contrast to you, and you feel as if by putting out this wish, manifesting this specific person back to you, is using the law of attraction correctly, it is not. Can you manifest the person back? Yeah. Your lover of your soul, your twin flame, your soulmate, they are always coming back. It's you in relation to you. They showed you everything you wanted, and then they showed you everything you hated about yourself. And you can't use them as the reason why you don't feel good. And they can't use you and the reason why they don't feel good. And they can't use you and the reason why they felt good. They felt good because they were coming from a good place when they were with you. And when they separated from you or the relationship vibrated apart, it's because you both were hoping each other were going to do something to make each other feel worthy. And neither of you were doing it because you weren't meant to. It was meant to vibrate apart, to go off into separation, to clear the karma. Whether it was going back to a karmic relationship or whether it was getting into karmic relationships. But none of them work out and none of them have made you feel like that because you put out that desire and you manifested that person. And you may have even been wanting to manifest it with a karmic partner. And this person comes in, shows you everything, and you think you're going to take these energies back to the karmic partner. No, it didn't work out that way, did it? Because that's not, no. The person that you manifested is the lover of your soul, your direct counterpart. You put out that wish, and your focal point might have been on another person, blindly unaware of the fact, here comes this person around the freaking corner, smack right in the face. And your karmic partner, the person that you were trying to manifest this relationship with, wasn't ever going to commit to you. And the divine, the universe, everybody's like, all right, listen, we've seen your struggle. We know what you want. And you're freaking smacking your face up against the wall with this person. So now we're going to bring your soulmate, the lover of your soul, who's been wishing for the same thing, around the corner, and you guys are going to bump into each other. And it wasn't expected. It was unexpected. And you probably may or may not wanted anything to do with each other at the time, or one did, and one was and then the other one finally came around. Who knows? Everybody's circumstance and situation is different. But then at the end of the day, you're like, I can't even believe that I was shoving this person off. They are everything I ever wanted. Then your karmic partner's getting all freaking moody, jealous, possessive. But then you and your lover of your soul were planted away from each other. Planted in different parts, of the world, of the area. It doesn't matter. You weren't right up against each other like the karmic partner. And it vibrated apart out of fear. Could have gotten back with the karmic partner. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Maybe you met another karmic partner. It doesn't matter. It's not about the person. That person is not better than you. That karmic partner that your lover of your soul could have gotten with, it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the comfort. It has to do with the instant gratification. The egotistical person, we're all egotistical in a way, but once you shed that ego, you can see clearer. So it's like the egotistical self wants what? Instant gratification, validation, feeling good by another person paying attention to them. You and your lover of your soul were unable to do that to each other because of distance, and fear started creeping to the surface, and it vibrated apart because karmic partners, karmic energies, are what were triggered within both of you. They needed to be cleared. So then you have your karmic partners or people who came in to clear those karmic energies, because guess what happened? You got back with that karmic partner and it did not feel anything like it did with that person. Nothing. That's why these partnerships are coming back together. That's why I'm here doing what it is that I do, because I need to help you guys. I need to help you guys understand yourself in relation to you, in relation to this other person, that I know these relationships are coming back together. I told you by the end of this year, it's going to be different. Just trust me. It's already unfolding. Everything's unfolding. I'm watching karmic marriages fall apart after 25 years. I'm watching, and I'm surrounded by people and numbers grabbing their attention. And they think that they should go play the freaking lottery. They're like, oh my God, if those numbers come out again, you should totally go play the lottery. And I'm thinking, no, you know what you should do? You should go home and get on Google and Google that number. You said you keep seeing it every day because it has a vibration. It has a message behind it trying to get your attention. Go Google that number. And people will start Googling numbers because they can't, because it's not annoying, but it's like something, I see this number every day. You know, you go to check out at a store or you look at the clock at that exact moment, you know. And I mean, I'm well past the number haunting. I mean, it's still there, but I know what it's all about. You know, it's validation for me. Like, yeah, we're good. You know, or sometimes I'll see a number 2 days in a row. That's a number I don't see all the time, and I know there's a specific message behind it. But like, as for numbers, I see them all day long. It's like, you know, it is what it is. But that's my energies connected to source. It's connected, okay? So I'm always in connection. That's why my phone, the percentage, the time, everything will be in direct connection all the time. My phone the other day, no lie to you, it was plugged in the charger, but it must have came off in the middle of the night because God knows what I do in my sleep. And I woke up and it was 654 on what? June 3rd, and my phone was at 3%. 6543. That was a message for me to remember what you were dreaming about, because there was a message in there for you. And I got the message. But like I said, I'm always connected. But it's me helping others understand. When you start seeing stuff like that and it's grabbing your attention, it's because you need to pay attention, because things are changing in your life. Or you have a desire that's like brewing and you're not following your heart, and it's source, it's energy, it's the universe, it's God, angels, whatever it is that you truly believe in, grabbing your attention and saying, hey, wake up. We're here. We hear you. We're here to help you. But you gotta notice first. You gotta notice us first. You gotta notice the energies first. And that's why it's like getting out of your egotistical mind. That's why I love when people are like, I saw this number and that number, and oh my God, ooh. And I'm just like, I just literally just like want to like stand on a table, like wherever I'm at, and be like, because you need to wake up. But you know, I'll get thrown out, and that's not, you know. Can you come get me again? That's a whole other freaking story. That's malicious people, by the way. Oh yeah, I know. I'm not lying to you when I tell you I have stories. They're all real life. So, blabbermouth. Okay, so, you know, the spiritual journey is safe for you to love. Okay, this unrequited love, lack of love of self, teaching you that it's safe for you to love, right? So now, this reconciliation's coming. It's coming. It's a brewing. I feel it. I know it. The angels, the guides, the universe. It's 1, 2, 3 on that freaking oven right now. Yeah, I'm not shitting you. It's 1, 2, 3. I got like full on like goosebumps right now, because like what I'm about to say is very important. Unrequited love. When you hear that word, like, oh, there's just unrequited love in this relationship. You fall to what? Lower vibrations. You fall to You're not good enough. You're not. This piece of hair, I totally would just shave it off right now. It's driving me bananas. And I'm sorry I keep doing that, but it's like driving me crazy. But the unrequited love is lack of love of self. So the lesson you're being taught here is safety in loving yourself, safety in understanding there's no such thing as unrequited love. When somebody isn't reciprocating what you believe is love, it's because they don't love themselves. It's completely impossible to love another person. You don't love yourself, right? You're sharing energies. We share. We're co-creating together. We're sharing. I'm not giving you love in order for you to give it back to me, because if I give it to you and you don't give it back to me, off with your head. Right? Or others who are more on an emotional level fall to bouts of depression and, I gave all my love to this person. They don't love me back. They can't love you back. You don't love yourself, and they don't love themselves either. That's the problem. It's very important to understand this, because there is a reconciliation on the forefront. Present moment, reconciliation brewing, okay? And you're going to have to disconnect yourself from the world around you in order to go within. Because this has to be understood 150% that other person cannot love you differently than the way that you love yourself. So you got to disconnect yourself from the world around you and understand the safety in loving yourself, the safety in being good with yourself. You are good with yourself all the time. I don't give a crap. All day long, every day, doing whatever it is. If you enjoy just sitting and staring at the sky, I do. I love it. I pray for a UFO to come get my ass all the time. I do. Get me the hell out of here. And they're like, no, you're good. Freaking Truman Show. But that's the thing. It's like, what do you enjoy? I'll tell you, I enjoy watching Empire. Okay, I do. I like Empire, okay? My friends make fun of me. Because, whatever. Self-perception. I get it. I like it. Because it's something like, never say never, but it's just, I think it's entertaining. I like the drama of it. I do, and I enjoy that. I DVR it and I watch it and I enjoy it. I take an hour out of my day, I'll watch it sometimes I'll watch it first thing in the morning. But but I enjoy that. What do you enjoy? What do you enjoy? You have to, you got to enjoy your life. So what do you enjoy? And your direct counterpart is not ever going to take that away from you. And you're never going to want to take anything away from them that they enjoy, because you're in love with yourself and they were a direct reflection of you. Do I expect my direct counterpart to watch Empire with me? No, if they don't want to. I don't want you sitting there with your all negative energy, like this show's stupid, whatever, go somewhere else then. I enjoy watching Empire, you don't. I like Daddy Yankee. You might not have a crush on Daddy Yankee. You know what I mean? But it has nothing to do with the other person and in what you enjoy in your life. You have to know what you like. You have to know what you enjoy. Okay? Your direct counterpart seen themselves in you. Are you chameleons now? You're connected at the hip? No! You have trust and faith and understanding with each other that we might not like the same things all the time, or, whatever. But that's called enjoying your life and living freely. But you know that all your faith and trust and loyalty lies within you, and that person is a direct reflection. You don't need a marriage certificate or a ring in order to validate that type of union and relationship, because you both are fine. And that's what the divine wants you to know. The divine wants to know that all of these misperceptions and all of these false beliefs and the way that you share love and the way that you are in love with another person is cleared up completely 150% so that you don't destroy each other, because that can happen. I'm here to stop that from happening. That is what my purpose is to stop love from feeling scary, feeling bad. Love does not feel bad. There's nothing bad attached to love, and that drives me nuts. Okay? I'll tell you right now, I can't tolerate it any longer. I just cannot. I love love. I've always loved love. Valentine's Day was always my favorite holiday. Why? I've never even had a boyfriend on Valentine's Day. And if I did, it was somebody who, I'm not going to mention any names, but they were somebody who would make fun of me for watching, like, TV. Or, like, tell me that, like, I was stupid for watching that show. Or, like, they tried to control me to the point of, like, not allowing me to watch things on television. Yeah. Bad. But, like, it's understanding that, like, this person that is coming back, your direct counterpart, they have no interest in controlling, cannot control each other. Why would you want to? That's not what love is. That's what drives me nuts about love. Love isn't controlling. Love isn't painful. Love doesn't hurt. Love feels good. And if it feels good to you, it's a direct reflection on that from that person. It feels good to them. And then there's that deep soul connection and understanding. Love is not to be feared, but you fear it when you're with another person, that you're going to lose it. You can't lose something. You can't lose something that you have. You're not giving your worthiness, your power, all your love and everything away to this person. But you feel, that's how you used to feel, right? Like if a person broke up with you or cheated on you or whatever, they just took all of you, like your worthiness, your love, your, like everything, your self-respect, all with you, with them. And you're chasing them around like a lunatic, trying to get validation that, you know, you were still loved or whatever. And then you finally got that person out of your life, started to feel better, without realizing that that person never really came back. You kind of just pushed them away, and you feel better now, but like you didn't go and get anything back from that person because they never took anything in the first place. But you start to feel better, and then you meet another person, and the same cycle repeats itself in the same way. And why? Because you buried those feelings, and that person was a direct reflection of a desire. But the fears were still underneath the desire. They were triggered and brought to the surface, and now what? Your soulmate came into your life, the love of your soul, your twin flame, and they triggered what? All the lower feelings. But you shared a desire on such a deep level that it was scary as crap. And you ran away from each other. Rightly so, you were going to. And it's been painful. But understand that through that pain is growth, wisdom, clarity, understanding. And now this reconciliation is going to take place. But you need to understand that this is not a codependent relationship. You cannot be dependent on this person. And it's going to unfold in the way that it's always was going to unfold. But if you keep trying to control how this comes together and the outcome of it, You're not allowing the energies to flow. You're clogging the line. You're clogging it. You're sending out a triggered magnet of fear. And that person could be completely healed and understood on a deeper level. But if they know or feel any sort of energy from you on a lower level, that will in fact hold it apart. Because you receive next the honeymoon card, which is my travel card. Express your love. It is safe for you. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. You receive codependency. Addictions are affecting your love life. You need to stay optimistic and let go of the control issues. Okay, so what do we got here? Travel. To express our love. And the next card at the bottom of the deck is heart-to-heart conversations. But what must be understood is that this is not codependent. We're not codepending on what this person is saying. We're not taking their expressive love as a codependent thing to lean on now. This expression of love is going to be a direct reflection of the love that is residing inside of you. So if you are expressing yourself in a way where you need this person to validate your love, that's codependency. No. So you need to stay positive about your love life. You need to stay optimistic about the situation. But the lesson is to disconnect yourself from the world here and understand that this unrequited love that you feel inside of you is lack of love of self, and you need to learn in the safety of loving yourself, because that is what will then be reflected from this person. And stop trying to control the outcome. Stop trying to control what is going on. It's not up to you to control. It's not. The divine has always been in control, whether you believe it or not. Synchronicities at play, there's no such thing as a coincidence. None. It's energy coordinating. And when you try to force, I tried. They were like, I don't think so. Oh, I sure did. They were like, no, you're not ready. You're not ready whatsoever, because we know you're going to go. It's going to push you back further on your progression, first and foremost. And secondly, we already know that if they say one wrong thing at this time, yes, I would have, that I would have lost my mind. Because I felt like I needed to go clear that up with that person. No. I still wasn't all the way cleared. I needed to clear up with my own self that it was me in relation to me. And that other person did me a favor by triggering all that. But the divine, the angels, the universe were like, I'll be damned if you think you're going to go somewhere, travel somewhere, and do this, and push everything back even further. No. We made way too much progression to fall back. So they put a halt on my ass, is what they did. So the divine is in charge. I'm serious. Synchronicities at play. This is coming. And we're going to see in the Cartomancy right now. And I know that this video is already an hour, but you know what? It is what it is. So, this is the past. Let's see what we got. Oh, there's the soulmate. Karmic energies. Unrequited love. Oh, there's a victory and a union coming. So we got set the bringers of storms and conflict, bringing scattered energies. Directly reflecting issues in a home environment that then made it feel fenced in and sick and tired. This is in relation to those relationships that were marriages, karmic marriages. You met the lover of your soul, right? You met your twin flame, your soulmate, and you could have been married or in a relationship, or there was a home environment, and now you have all these scattered energies and feeling fenced in and sick and tired of an unhealthy situation in your home environment. So now, through meeting this person and it causing all of these energies now to be stirring, right? You met the lover of your soul and you're married. You're like, oh, really? But it was because you needed to get out of that karmic marriage, or you needed to get out of that karmic relationship, or you needed to get out of your karmic family situation, whether it be with your parents or whether it be with your karmic family. Your kids are your kids. I'm talking about your partner, okay? So this stirs up all that shit in the home environment, right? Now there's a need to be pushed for what? Financial stability. We need stability now. The lover of your soul, your twin, comes in to help stabilize you, okay? On an emotional level, but all in alignment, okay? Because you're pushing each other on this path, on this spiritual path, okay? So then we have the lover of our soul, and now it's time to clear the karma. And we have to clear those karmic energies because that's how you get to this new beginning, this new phase of life here. But it shows here that we could have been stuck in our head and stuck in a karmic relationship for well over its expiration date. But once we met this lover of our soul, communication dropped off. Okay? And through the communication dropping off, we fell to these lower bouts of depression, the unrequited love, lack of love of self. By releasing these karmic energies, retreating, remember, disconnecting ourselves from the world, going within, understand the safety in loving yourself. The last two cards out here are victory and union. This is the immediate past energies. We are now flowing into the present moment. So what happened was your lover of your soul, your twin, came into your life and triggered all these lower energies, right? Caused scattered energies in your home environment, and then you started to feel fenced in and sick and tired of an unhealthy situation in a karmic relationship. Karmic marriage, don't matter. Home environment, period. So it pushed you to start stabilizing yourself financially. Because it shows here movement, moving from one home to the next, town to town, because these relationships were scattered on purpose. So you didn't freaking do this to each other. If my lover of my soul lived up the street, that's all, I'm not going to say one word. I'm just going to laugh like that. It was done on purpose. So now we're clearing up those karmic energies so that we can have a new beginning and a new phase of life. Higher level of commitment. But it shows here that we were stuck in our head for a while. That's okay. That's what happens. That's where the demons live. That's where the monsters are. The trolls. The trolls, man. So now that we're cleared up those karmic energies, victory is coming with this union. Because I told you what's happening. It's like brewing. I can feel it. I can feel it, okay? I'm going to freaking shave my head. I'm just kidding. I would for a cause, but who knows? One day I might get so frustrated and shave my head, then what? Okay, I just rock the Sinead O'Connor, right? Now, present moment. Enlightenment. Being ambitious. Achieving success through enlightenment. Gaining independence. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is great. So we have victory in this union, right? That is the very recent past, and we're coming up into this present moment with the ambition to achieve success through enlightenment, gaining our independence, freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from lower karmic energies that were like a lack of communication, the jealousy, the possessiveness caused by third-party interferences, by loss, by feeling deceived, the deception. These karmic relationships that your partner was in or you were in caused jealousy and possessiveness, right? Feeling jealous, feeling like, why wasn't I good enough? I felt like that, sure. Like, oh, that person, oh, that's the person you wake up to every day that makes life worth living. And I wasn't even worth, like, one day of your life to, like, come see me. Silly girl. Silly. That was shedding ego perception. No one's better than anybody. All a perception. So now through this lack of communication, the jealousy and the possessiveness over the loss and the deception is now being shedded, right? Efforts are going to be rewarded because there's going to be loving messages coming through. And this is a union, physical union. Cupid, the bringer of love, union, physical return of a partner. After all of this loss and deception, the loving messages are now coming through, efforts being rewarded. Being rewarded that now you finally are only going to be reflecting what it is that you both truly wanted in the beginning, which was that desire, that passion, that love, and all of that dirt that was dug out by both of you was meant to happen in the way that it happened. So now that you have gained the ambition, you've been enlightened, heightened psychic abilities also. Gaining your independence, freeing yourself of this jealousy and this possessiveness and this deception and this loss. It's over now. A complete ending in order to have a new beginning. And even though at this present moment people are still in denial about it happening and worried about what's going to happen, your new beginning might look like it's in the upside down position right now, but understand that all those karmic relationships, major endings in order to have new beginnings, they're done. I told you that earlier, and it's confirming right here. And you're feeling as if your new beginning's in the upside down position, but wait. wait. The most important thing here that you need to understand in this present moment leading into the very near future is that there is planning. Somebody is planning this. They're not pushing things because they want future success. And it might appear to not be manifesting right now, but understand as you're clearing these egotistical karmic energies, happy surprises are on their way. But trust and have faith and understanding that you in the way that it's going to come about, in the way that it's going to happen, it's not going to be anything you ever expected. It's not. It's not. It's not going to be anything you ever expected. You're going to be blown away by it. But you need to stop pushing up against lower energies where you hold it apart for that much longer. But these energies are brewing now, this week. Jupiter went direct. It is a healing energy. Shed ego. Bye. Serves you no purpose. Holds you apart from everything that you want. So now let's go into the very near future from these energies. Oh my God. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I got my whole body is tingling right now. Wow. Wow. Are you ready? I can't. This is coming. Guys, this is coming. The first card out is the Ace of Hearts. Union. Because why? Because our loving feelings are mutual. And they want to develop this relationship. They want to develop this relationship. They want to lay foundations with you for future success. They want to have verbal, face-to-face communication. This is a trip by car. A trip. Reconciliation. Coming to see you. Somebody's coming to see you. In order to develop this relationship, they want to tell you that their feelings for you are loving, mutual feelings. This is what needs to be reflected. You fall to those lower energies. No. Not use that person as the reason why you feel good. Know that you feel good, and you feel good sharing the feel-good feelings that they have inside of them too. And when they see you, it's like a light. It's like a freaking flame. And it can't be put out. It was never put out. It was like on pilot. It was on pilot. It was barely lit. Met you. Explosion. Then the fire started to fizzle out. Because we're still living from the ego. So now that the ego has been shed, right? Shed, gone. We don't perceive that person from an egotistical mindset at all anymore. We just see them for what they are, and they are a direct reflection of us, where it's like amazing, right? Right? Because now they're going to want to develop this relationship with you because of that deeper understanding, laying the foundations, the verbal communication. This indicates that others' wishes and desires could have been what was affecting this relationship from manifesting into having a new beginning, right? This was due to the fact that you were on a spiritual journey, okay? So others' wishes and desires kept this from the new beginning starting. There was a reason for that, okay? Because you needed to change your beliefs and perceptions, and you needed to be tested in order to not fall victim to what others think that you should be doing. Because now it's me in relation to me, that other person is in relation to themselves. Now you two share what it is that you now truly understand on a deeper level, and these other people, they don't matter. Because now the divine can trust that nobody can say one word to you about your direct counterpart, your mirrored image of yourself, and make you believe anything other than what it is that you know in your heart and believe in your mind, and that is, I'm a direct reflection. I know that person is not deceiving me because I'm not deceiving myself. I know how much I care about that person because that's how much I care about myself. I know myself well enough to know that reflection. Because the little trolls and the minions that tried to come in prior and break up your union and were successful could never be successful at taking away the feelings that the person felt with you because it was a direct reflection of themselves. That's what the trolls and the minions and the little freaking elves don't get, is that you can't break love apart. You can mask it. You can make it look like it's something other than what it really is, but when that person, when you're in the same vicinity of each other, the feeling cannot be broken. Cord can't be cut. Cord can't be cut. No, it cannot. Not in these types of relationships. It can't. It was never meant to. It goes like this. But always connected. And you guys both had to go out here for a while in order to come back together and be like, I get it. I got it. I figured it out. And let all the minions and the little trolls and everybody blah, 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 talk about it. Because they're doing nothing but hating on you. Haters. Haters. Every freaking corner, man. All day long. All day long, every day. I'm like, Jesus, get something to do. Get a hobby. Do something for yourself. Why are you worried about what everybody else is doing? Why you're worried about what everybody else is freaking doing, okay, you're doing nothing. And this just in. And now your opinion's supposed to matter when you do nothing all day long with your life? And your opinion is supposed to matter about how you're perceiving my life. How do you perceive yours? What does yours look like? What do you do? Other than talk shit about my relationship that has nothing to do with you. That's what, it's insanity, right? Mind your business. Go work on yourself. Your relationship with you is all you need to be worried about. Somebody else's relationship doesn't matter. What those two energetic fields are doing with each other ain't got nothing to do with what you're doing with yourself, period. And if you're focused on ruining others' relationships or getting involved in others' relationships where your nose doesn't belong, and you're trying to alter someone's beliefs and feelings in relation to that other person, you're going to be in for a rude awakening later on when that person does, in fact, end up with the person that you talk so much shit about. Because you were actually talking shit about them. You were actually talking shit about them and making them feel bad about themselves because that person was a direct mirrored image of them. And now that they woke up and they looked in the mirror, they realized, that was silly of me. That was silly of me not to like myself. That was really silly of me. And all the little minions tried to make you believe otherwise. Shh. Trolls. So you're on a spiritual journey. So the others who tried to keep the block up were lessons to be learned on what? On what? On your spiritual journey. And now, I told you, this is brewing. This is why I was led to do this. And I don't give a shit if it's almost an hour and a half in this video because these things are important to say. Plus, I like to talk, keep you entertained a little bit, I guess. But you're on a spiritual journey. Point blank period. There's nothing you can do about it. Stop fighting up against yourself. Just stop it. Come get it. Seriously, come get a twin flame or a love of your soul reading with me. I'll show you exactly where your clog is. Ask the people I've already done readings for. They'll tell you. You don't have to tell me much of anything. You don't have to tell, just give me your names and birth dates and I will freaking tell you the whole story. You don't have to tell me nothing else. But I'm serious. Everything that I explained to you and everything that I've just said to you, this is not a coincidence that all of this is lining up in the way that it is right now by the romance angel cards and by past, present, future intuitive read that I was led to do. There is now union coming. The feelings are mutual. Developing this relationship, laying foundations for future success, right? This verbal communication. What it's showing here is that because it was as of yet, it's coming now, but as of yet, it's coming. You don't know. It's going to come out of left field. You're not going to know. You have no idea. You assume something to be this way, and it's going to be the complete opposite. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. You're probably assuming it could turn bad, or the situation's going to be bad. It's not. You're blown away. Because you're on a spiritual journey. Right. And this person is coming to see you. They're coming. They're coming. You don't know. You don't know what they're doing. You don't. I don't care what you think. Don't let your fears, don't let your fears control you. Fear nothing. Fear what? Fear what? Fear what? Fear what? Come on. Fear what? Fear what? Fear yourself. Fear loving yourself. Come on. Because what's about to happen is there's going to be healing. Happy surprises. Happy surprises. And a second chance to redo this. This Two of Clubs also indicates divine timing. Ooh, what was that? Oops. But it also indicates gifts, time and energy given freely. Somebody's coming to see somebody. Soon. And they're traveling. This is the travel card. We got travel over water, travel by car, laying foundations, moving to new homes, laying foundations for future success, healing, happy surprises, gifts. These two came out together, okay? But what is now showing, like I said, this is the near future. This is the present moment, is this union coming together here, okay? And then this is rolling right into the near future. This could be, when you watch this, it's your time, space, reality. If you lasted through, congratulations. But like, that's your time, space, reality, right? Mine's already done. So it could be the next moment, dude or girl shows up at your door. And you don't know. They're just like knock knock or call or whatever. But this is travel. This person wants to be here face to face. They don't want to talk on the phone and they don't want to text about it. They want to look at you and they want to talk to you. Why? Because you're mirrored images of each other. That's why it's very, very important to understand the safety and loving yourself, and do not be afraid. This person is not here to hurt you. They never wanted to. The pain they felt the pain you felt is the same pain they felt, and they dealt with it in the manner that they needed to deal with it in the manner that they were going to, and you had to deal with it in the way that you did. The karmic relationships are over now, and it's time to come into union, because the loving feelings are going to be mirrored. You're going to develop this relationship, you're going to solidify it, and you're going to start building a foundation. So what is most important to understand here is that during this time of separation, this transitioning was taking place. It's still taking place during time of separation. Until that person is manifested back in your face by divine coordination, you are still transforming. And you will continue to transform with your partner in union, because you're constantly learning. If you learned everything today, what would you have left for the rest of your life? Boredom. It's learning, it's teaching, it's helping, it's manifesting. There's so much to learn, to enjoy, to do here. It's unfreaking real, you know? You get stuck in this mundane thing of going to school and getting a job and earning money to pay your bills and then die. No. Just say that to yourself. It's like, what? God, really? No. We're here to co-create together, to enjoy the things that we have been. There's so many freaking things out there that still have yet to be discovered and understood and experienced. Every single moment is a building block to the next one. So when I say that this is brewing, I'm talking like right now. And in the next 5 minutes after this video ends, a surprise could be at your front door. Are you ready? Or are you gonna push against it and that person is gonna walk away again because you still got residual karmic energies? Separation, transformation, to do what? To break down the established patterns created from the past is why you were in separation. And this transformation is taking place in order for you to understand your established patterns from the past that made you feel bad, that made you feel unworthy, that did not make you feel good. This person did not come into your life to make you feel that way. This person came into your life in order to trigger all of those emotions, and then you guys left each other so that you could figure it out. And divine coordinated every single thing that happened. I don't care what it was. I don't care what event happened or unfortunate circumstances or what decisions and choices were made. Doesn't matter. What matters is that the divine knew that they had to do something in order to keep you guys understanding your connection and get you out of karmic relationships. So they brought you together in order to separate you, to go back and clear up those karmic energies, because you were never going to feel like you felt with that person with anyone else. And they needed you to go get your shit together so that when you come back together, they can trust and believe and have faith that nothing can come in between you two. Nothing. Twins can then go off into union and teach and help others. Use their minds together, power, in order to help, heal, without using man-made things in order to cause more problems in people, but to actually bring enlightenment, to help. And the lovers of the soul, the ones that aren't on a spiritual journey in order to, heal in those types of ways, you were brought together in order to experience the love you've always wanted to have, and it was your false beliefs that were holding you in karmic marriages and karmic relationships, and now you get to experience the rest of your life with the lover of your soul and enjoy and radiate what? Love. Not false beliefs, getting married because you're getting too old and have to have children and social standing and all of that and money. No, that's not what love's about. That's not what it's about. That's all I will preach all day long. It's not what it's about. It's about you in relationship to you, and then finding your direct counterpart who radiates the same. You can't miss them. You can't. And you feel it and you're in it and you don't even really understand it, and then you're left with all that dirt. Well, guess what? You got to get it off. Wash it off. Get it off. Get it out of here. This is the only thing that's your enemy, is your beliefs and your fears and your hurt feelings and your anxiety and your pain from feeling unworthy. This is your worst enemy. Get the trolls out. That's it. That's it. It's been an hour and a half of me blabbing. And I was intuitively guided to do this. I wanted to do this for you guys. It's 6:54 right now. 6:54. Go back. Go back. Review yourself. Review yourself in relation to where you were then, to where you are now. Dig out those last residual, shed that ego, and understand and trust in the divine. Have faith in the unfolding. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's brewing. It's been brewing. And there's unions coming together. And now it's time to start actually building the relationship on solid foundations of love and not ego. Okay? I love you guys very much. If you watched this whole video, congratulations. I'm sorry it's so long, but it is what it is, then don't watch it. Because some people are just rude, but it is what, I don't force you to watch this whole video, scroll through, take what it is that you understand. But this is for my light workers. This is for my lovers of the soul, my people out there that have been in these karmic marriages and they're leaving and they're going to their lover of their soul. Like, this is so detrimental. It needs to be understood. I'm here to help. That's it. So, I love you guys very much. And I hope that this resonated. I hope that you understand. And if anybody needs me, love from above, 717@gmail.com. Love you, bye.